Have you ever met people you look at and literally can't believe their age? Today I'm going to tell you about a man named Michael Lynch. He is 72 years old, but most people give it a maximum of 50. And it's not about plastic surgery, miracle pills, or expensive anti-aging treatments. His main secret is something else. He has built a lifestyle in which the body does not accelerate aging, but on the contrary, it constantly receives signals for recovery. And the most interesting thing is that many of his habits are accessible to absolutely anyone. In this video, we'll look at exactly what solutions help him keep his body, brain, and energy young. Watch this video to the end. It will be very interesting and useful, so let's get started. One of Michael's core principles is constant movement, not occasional heroic workouts, but regular physical activity throughout the week. At 72, he works out regularly, and it's not just about muscles or appearance. After 35 to 40, a person begins to gradually lose muscle mass. This process is called sarcopenia. And the less muscle you have with age, the faster the body ages. Muscle isn't just a form, it's a massive hormonal and metabolic organ. When a person exercises, the body begins to produce substances that protect the brain, blood vessels, joints, and even reduce inflammation. Another important point is that he pays attention to recovery, and this is something most people completely ignore. Today's productivity cult forces people to live in a state of constant stress. But the body doesn't rejuvenate during work. It recovers during rest. It is during recovery that tissue repair, nervous system restoration, inflammation reduction, and cellular renewal occur. Michael understands that overexertion ages a person just as quickly as complete inactivity. A very interesting detail. Even during workouts, he pays attention to his clothing. He prefers breathable materials. At first glance, this seems like a small detail, but in reality, such details have a significant impact on the body. When the body overheats, thermoregulation is disrupted, the strain on the cardiovascular system increases, and fatigue intensifies. This is especially true with age. A comfortable body temperature is a crucial factor for energy and recovery. Therefore, high-quality sportswear is not about style, but about reducing unnecessary stress on the body. But physical activity is only part of his system. Michael spends a lot of time outdoors, and this is incredibly important. Modern humans have almost completely lost touch with the natural environment. We live indoors, stare at screens, rarely see sunlight, and have practically lost contact with nature. Yet, the body developed over millennia in completely different conditions. When a person regularly spends time outdoors, especially during the day, their circadian rhythms, their internal biological clock, are normalized. This directly affects sleep, hormones, appetite, energy levels, and even the rate of brain aging. Another important principle for Michael is variety in life. This is a highly underrated factor of youth. When life becomes monotonous, the brain begins to operate in energy-saving mode. The same routes, the same days, the lack of new experiences, all this gradually reduces the brain's neuroplasticity. A person begins to tire more quickly, loses interest in life, and with this, their internal energy level declines. Michael strives to enrich his life. He is interested in art and architecture, and this is not just a hobby for entertainment. When a person interacts with aesthetics, beauty, new forms, and ideas, the brain receives complex intellectual stimulation. This creates new neural connections. And a brain that continues to learn and wonder ages significantly more slowly. There is another factor that greatly distinguishes Michael from most people his age. He accepts his age, and this is a very powerful psychological strategy. Many people begin to fight time. They fear aging, constantly compare themselves to their younger selves, and try to cling to the past at any cost. As a result, the body lives in a state of internal resistance and chronic stress. Michael doesn't try to look 25. He doesn't deny his age. He simply creates conditions in which his body and mind function at their best for his stage of life. And paradoxically, this makes him look younger, because calm acceptance reduces anxiety, and anxiety puts a tremendous strain on the body. Michael thinks positively not because he has a perfect life, but because he consciously doesn't allow stress to completely overwhelm his nervous system. This is a crucial skill for longevity. People who are able to recover emotionally quickly often look younger than their peers. When you look at such people, you begin to understand aging isn't just a matter of years. There are people who feel tired of life at 40, and then there are people who, at 72, continue to live with interest, move easily, and maintain inner strength. And the difference between them is often not in genetics, but in daily habits. The story of Michael Lynch is not the story of a perfect person. It is the story of a man who has learned to nurture his body, not destroy it. He moves, he recovers, he spends time outdoors, he maintains an interest in the world, he trains his body, he doesn't live in constant negativity, he doesn't fight his age, and it's the combination of these factors that produces the result that people consider the magic of youth. The most important thing here is that many of these principles begin to work at almost any age. The body is able to recover much better than it seems to most people. Even small changes can make a huge difference in a few years. It's not a question of looking 20. The question is to preserve energy, mental clarity, mobility, and the desire to live in 60, 70, and even 80 years. And perhaps Michael's main secret is not in training or walking. The point is that he hasn't stopped feeling like a living person. Because real youth doesn't start with a face. It starts with an attitude to life. Aging is not just about the numbers in your passport or wrinkles on your skin. In many ways, it is born in our perception of ourselves. As long as a person retains an interest in life, curiosity, the ability to dream and feel, he remains young inside. Friends, what do you think of this man? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful. We also recommend watching this video that's currently appearing on your screen.